days leading up to it, the variety of events have been fantastic for the track and field fans, and we continue that theme with the Exfinity Men's 200. And Addo Bolden rejoins me, Lee Diffie, and we get treated here to the Olympic champion.
Yeah, he defeated Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek last summer in Paris. He lost his mother last May and turned that grief into motivation to go get Botswana's first Olympic gold on the track.
Mentioned earlier that we didn't have Quincy Hall in the men's 400. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Kung Fu Kenny run this afternoon. He was a late withdrawal as well. But we do get to see Trinidad and Tobago's Jareem Richards.
He got a bronze in the 200 at the 2017 World Championships, but he's adept at both 200 and 400. He was just off the podium in Paris in the 400. In fact, the time that he ran to get that fourth place, nobody had ever run that fast in the Olympics in the 400 and not gotten a medal.
Jareem's on the outside of Tebogo in lane 8, so we'll give Tebogo an early look at him. Aaron Brown of Canada's way on the inside. Kyrie King in there. Robert Gregory. Joseph Fanboulet is in lane 4. Then Courtney Lindsay. Ogando is in 6. And then Lavelle of Jamaica way out wide.
Yeah, you have 3 finalists from Paris, places 1, 5, and 7. But this guy on your screen would have had lane choice, and he put himself in 7 because he wants to get off that turn.
Exfinity Men's 200 is underway. Paris was special for Tebogo. What's it going to be here at Pre?
Wow, well, he's gone right past Jareem Richards. He has some company on the inside, though. But so far, the Olympic champion holding strong.
Courtney Lindsay is pressuring him, but here comes Letsile Tebogo, winning at the Nike Prefontaine Classic.
And that's the fastest time in the world by quite a margin. So after not breaking 20 all season, the Olympic champion is right back where he needs to be with this sub-19.8 performance.
That tells you everything you need to know about his approach and his attitude with the World Championships looming just 70 days away.
So let's take another look at this half lap. He had a really good response to the gun. But then as they straightened for home, he had some competition from Lindsay on the inside. But as Lindsay started to tie up, Tebogo did not. And that's what got him to the finish line first in a world-leading performance of 1976. A season's best for Lindsay in second, and the Olympic finalist Ogando from the Dominican Republic in third in 1994, as 3 men get under 20 seconds flat.
And some good times today in a variety of events.
Quite frankly, I'm a little jealous of Kara because the distances have had world records and fantastic meet records. The sprints haven't quite been there, but this is one of the better sprint events. That 19.7 is a good performance for the Olympic champion who's going to be trying to win a world title later this summer in Japan.
Yeah, rub your hands together. You get to see Tebogo and hopefully Noah and Kenny Bednarek in Tokyo.
Well, Letsile, from the gun to the finish, what does this 1976 tell you about your fitness and your shape for this World Championship year?
I mean, this is our first race after the injury that we had in Rabat. So I'm happy with the performance, and it's something that we didn't expect. We are looking at some 19.9s, some 20 low. So with this 19.7, I believe we're on the right track, just to continue where we have been.
How much has your life changed since you won the Olympic gold in Paris?
I mean, it opened many doors for the team, not just me, because I have a team around me. So everybody...
The air in Eugene crackled with anticipation as spectators packed into Hayward Field for the Exfinity men's 200 meters at the Nike Prefontaine Classic. It wasn't just another race. It was a moment that felt destined for greatness. The field was stacked, but all eyes inevitably turned toward Letsile Tebogo, Botswana's golden prodigy and reigning Olympic champion. A man whose meteoric rise has been fueled by heartbreak and resilience in equal measure. Only a year earlier in Paris, Tebogo had shocked the athletics world by dethroning Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek, clinching Botswana's first-ever Olympic track gold. That stunning victory carried emotional weight. It came just months after the devastating passing of his mother, a loss that reshaped his purpose. Instead of breaking him, the pain became his fuel. turning his grief into unstoppable determination. Now, with the World Championships in Japan looming on the horizon, Tebogo returned to action. Focused, fearless, and intent on reminding everyone that he was still the man to beat. The Eugene lineup was loaded: Trinidad and Tobago's Jareem Richards, a seasoned global medalist; America's Courtney Lindsay, fresh off an Olympic final; and Dominican Republic's Alexander Agando, a proven contender. Absent were Bednarek and Quincy Hall, both late scratches, yet the race retained its edge, brimming with potential fireworks. At the sound of the gun, Tebogo, positioned in lane 7, blasted out with purpose. His drive phase was fluid and balanced, not forced, but deliberate, the hallmark of a sprinter fully in control. Within seconds, he erased the stagger on Richards outside him, surging through the curve with authority. Lindsay, to his inside, clawed back ground midway, but Tebogo's composure never wavered. Every stride was measured, efficient, and commanding, his face betraying no strain as he powered into the home straight. For a brief moment, it seemed Lindsay might mount a late charge, yet Tebogo's mechanics held flawless. While others tightened, he remained loose, floating down the track with effortless rhythm. With 20 meters to go, the outcome was beyond doubt. Tebogo crossed the line first in a blistering 19.76 seconds, the fastest time of the year and his best since his Olympic triumph. It was a statement performance. After several subpar outings and no sub-20s yet in 2025, the Botswanan phenom had reasserted his dominance. Lindsay followed with 19.87, Agando in third at 19.94. Behind them came Robert Gregory at 20.04, Richards with 20.23, and Jamaica's Lyles closing in 20.25. The victory didn't just signal a return to form, it reaffirmed that Tebogo's blend of youth, technical mastery, and unshakable mental strength remains unmatched. Even with an earlier season setback in Rabat due to a minor injury, his resurgence in Eugene underscored his growing maturity as both an athlete and a leader. "Honestly, we weren't expecting that fast a time," Tebogo admitted afterward, still smiling. "We were thinking 19.9 or maybe a low 20. But hitting 19.7 now, it tells me we're exactly where we need to be." He also reflected on how the Olympic gold reshaped not only his career but his team's collective spirit. "That win opened so many doors," he said. "It gave everyone around me belief. We're all pushing together." At just 21, Tebogo carries himself like a veteran. Each stride, each race, feels like another chapter in a story that began on the dusty tracks of Gaborone and continues to unfold across the world's grandest stages. His 19.76 wasn't just a world lead, it was a warning shot ahead of the summer's global showdown. With the World Championships fast approaching, the prospect of a rematch against Lyles and Bednarek has sprinting fans buzzing. If Eugene was any indication, Tebogo's confidence, rhythm, and tactical precision make him the clear frontrunner heading into Tokyo. Once again, the Prefontaine Classic lived up to its legend, an arena of elite performance, thunderous energy, and glimpses of the sport's next era. And at the heart of it all stood Letsile Tebogo, calm, unshaken, and unmistakably ready to carve his name deeper into track and field history.